Hello guys, now I will present you this knife, not this, this is just for measure. This will be this knife. The, what was the name? Let me see, Megatherium. Yeah, I forgot the name, it was Mega something. So, Megatherium is the knife that looks pretty distinguishable from the rest. It is a big, very big looking knife, but it's not so big. I mean, like the length of it is 22 centimeters, so it's on par with the harpoon, for example, with the Venom harpoon and most other knives. There are a lot of knives in this category, but this knife looks much bigger than them. You can see it for yourself. It looks just huge. Even Spider-Core Resilience, if we can see it. What have I cut with it? It's amazingly, yeah. So whatever, it's oh, it doesn't look good, but still it looks not so big compared to the Megatherium. And there's another knife here, one of my, I love this knife. This is a copy of a Benchmade Skirmish, and sadly these copies you cannot find them anymore, but they're very good knives with a hollow grind here, very sharp, extremely sharp. And yeah, I've cut myself once and it was not a good sight. Let's try it. Wow, very cool. A very big knife. It's almost 25 centimeters, almost 10 inches, and it looks also not very big compared to this huge monster because of its broad blade. Very broad, very big. So, Megatherium, more about it. Let's see. The blade itself is 10 centimeters. And it's from Kizer Cutlery, of course. This particular model that I have is with a titanium and the carbon fiber, and this obviously is a carbon fiber. It's not a G10 or micarta, it's a carbon fiber. It's very unusual looking carbon fiber, but it is what it is. The thing is, there is writings, I think, here. For the steel, S35VN, and there's some number, so this is S35VN steel, and here is the Megatherium, and below that Isham is the logo of the of this guy Isham, which is the guy who created this knife. He created also a lot of very good knives, very good looking knives. Most of them I like from We Knives, mostly, but I don't buy them because they are very small. But this knife is pretty big, also it's pretty comfortable. When you get it, it's very comfortable in the hand. Despite this very strange looking handle, very comfortable. Also you can catch it here, of this choil, and it's very good cutter. Very good edge, very sharp, and kind of a sheepfoot Santoku blade. Unusual, very distinguishable. When you open it in some public places, I will refrain from doing this, but you will be noticed immediately. It's not your standard like this one. Pretty standard. It's not standard, but it's pretty standard compared to this monster. But this monstrosity is what I like about this knife. It's very nice. And also, when you sit in your pocket, and when you it sits on my pocket like this, for example, and this thing is very much out of the way here, and it's very nice. Also, I don't some of my knives I feel them when I reach my pocket. This knife I don't feel it. It's very huge, but it's very unnoticeable in the pocket. I'm not sure why. Probably because it's thin here. It's well, it sits pretty deep with this pocket clip here. And you cannot notice when it sits on your pocket what kind of monster lies beneath. It's just a normal, pretty much normal little knife, you know, and suddenly erupts this monstrosity. And what I like about this Isham designs, he's a very good designer. You can see the flip, how it comes here and stays like one with this thing. It's very nice. It's very cool. And also when it's closed, you see this is going exactly here, flush. Very cool design. The opening and closing is not the best flipper I have, but the blade is pretty heavy, and it's pretty blade heavy, although it's not super badly balanced. It's a cool balance knife, I think. The balance is here, and yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. That's why I bought it, and also it was a deal. It was a good deal in my opinion. So it's not very cheap. I bought it for 200 euro, but it's not the most expensive, you know. And it's a pretty good addition to any collection in my opinion. It looks pretty nice. Let's compare it to this very decent and very small size knife, Firebird some model. I like this design also. And I like broad blades, like you can see. And this knife is covering my expectations. No, of course, most of the time I don't own this kind of big knives. I don't own any with this broad blade, but I like it a lot. This one has a pretty broad blade, and yeah, I love it. But this is, you know, huge. So I will carry this knife from now on probably for a long time, because I like how different it is. I like how the handle is milled here. You can see it, 3D milling something something. The one thing that I don't like about this knife, there are two things. First is this here. This thing is just, why? Why don't you just put it with glue or something? This is just not good. It doesn't fit with the whole design. And also you can see here it's flush, and here it's not. It doesn't look professional for this kind of expensive knife. I don't know why. But the pivot is pretty well designed also, and overall the knife is pretty nice. Not the best flipper, like I said. Sometimes you can open it if you can, like this. It's not very easy for me. It's like I'm not used to this kind of opening, and sometimes even from below. Also not used to do this a lot. Yeah, but you can do it with a little bit of practice. You can do it every time. So yeah, I recommend this knife for maybe collector's value or something. It's very nice, unusual piece, and if you like the design, and I'm just saying it's amazingly comfortable. It's one of the most comfortable knives maybe that I have. When you catch it, you feel very secure. Your fingers will never get to the blade when you cut, and also here this is very comfortable position also to be in. You can catch it like this, and just pretty nice. Let's see the thickness, not super thick, and yeah, overall very nice looking knife. You can see it from the close position. So yeah, this is about this knife, and thank you.